Hi everyone. Well, today we have a special treat. We have a very special friend here with us today, and she has been a good friend for a long time and also a very integral part of our channel. You might have interacted with her on our channel before, but have never met her. And she also helps out here in the office, and we're so excited to introduce her to you.
Now, how long have we known this person?
I think probably around 6 years or so.
All right, very cool. We want you to meet. This is Christy.
Hi,
It's our friend Christy, and she is also known as Everything Sunflowers and moderates on our live streams.
Christy, welcome to California.
Thank you. Beautiful, beautiful state.
We're so glad you're
Fallen in
here.
love with it.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Well, maybe that means you'll be visiting a little more often.
Oh, I really hope to.
Yeah, so,
Now I have 2 reasons.
That's right.
You guys and my son.
It's wonderful.
so your son's out here, you're visiting him, and then you said, hey, you guys, I'm going to be out. And we thought, what a perfect chance to meet. How
Right.
cool is that?
Like, it was literally last week.
Yes.
I mean, I kind of like hit you with it at the last minute. Hey, I'm going to be there.
Oh, I was so thrilled because we've
Aw,
become
so
friends
nice.
online over the years. And then, like I mentioned, you become an integral part of our channel, and you have an amazing story to share that I really want people to hear about.
Thank you. Well, I tell people you're the best friend that I have never met.
Aw, I feel the same.
Aw.
So now we met.
That's right. It's wonderful.
Yeah, I'm having a ball.
Good.
Well, welcome to the garden.
Thank you.
We're gonna
Very
take-
surreal.
Yeah, we're going to take you around to
Sure.
a couple of spots and just find out more about your gardening story as well. So you ready to see the place?
I'm ready.
All right, let's go
I'm
check
ready.
it
Let's
out.
go.
Let's go.
All right, Christy, so this is the hillside,
The famous hill.
the famous hill, and you've seen it, right?
Well, the picture. I mean,
Yes.
So this is called the meandering path here because when we were on the TV Backyard Makeover show, the host of the show, he goes, and right here we're going to build this meandering path. And it used to be just one hill. It was just, it wasn't,
It was weeds.
it wasn't tiered, it was just
Yes,
weeds.
it was completely weeds. I come out here and whack it down with the weed whacker.
oh my
And I had like a
gosh.
rope that I kind of
You were
walked
holding onto
down
the
the
rope
hill
and
with
we'd
the
whack?
rope. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
It was crazy.
Oh my goodness.
And that was the audition picture I sent in, and they loved it. And so that's just kind of the story behind the hill. Well, Christy, here it is. There's the garden.
And it's even more beautiful in person. It's very surreal because
Aw.
I've seen all this
so
for
sweet.
so many years, and it's just gorgeous. It is absolutely gorgeous. And I want that squash plant right there. You guys got good dirt. You have good dirt.
We do have
Oh,
good
that was
dirt.
good.
That's right.
It's really funny because, like, to us, it's every day.
Yeah.
You know, so it's kind of really cool actually to hear someone
is.
kind of go, wow, you
I
know,
know, it's
because we forget that.
Yeah.
To get another perspective
Yeah.
on it. So thank you so much.
This is just so peaceful.
Oh,
It is.
thank
I
you.
love it.
Gardens
Thank
are
you.
peaceful. Let's
Yes.
go.
So Christy, how did you first get started gardening?
Well, it was about 5 years ago, and I was recovering from a chronic illness, and I just needed to get outside. I just knew if I could get my hands in the dirt, sun on my face, that things would change.
Wow.
Yeah, and I it really changed my whole journey.
Oh my goodness. It's like
yeah.
therapy getting outside, huh?
Absolutely, and I really didn't know anything about gardening, any technical stuff, so I just
Wow.
typed in gardening, and you guys came up,
Oh,
and so
that's so cool.
ever since then, I've been watching you, following you, and we've gotten to be great friends.
Wow, that's awesome.
So I'm curious, what size of garden space did you have? Were you just in some pots at the time, or did you have a little space?
I had I think it was like 10 by 8, but I had it like in between 2 big, tall, I think 8-foot fences, and so there was no sun. The dirt was just dirt from the time that house was built.
Oh,
I hadn't
wow.
done anything to amend it or
Uh-huh.
anything, so yeah, I had a lot to learn that first year, but it was okay. You know, in a failure, you're always learning anyway.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And
so-
it probably just felt so good for you to get outside, right? Was that
Absolutely.
like the main?
Yeah, and I would
Therapy?
end up spending like 5-6 hours outside, and I
Wow.
mean, not even realize I'd been out there that long.
Wow.
So, yeah.
So it just helped lift you up, and
It
then you
helped.
got some vegetables out of it. Did you
Exactly.
get any vegetables that first
I
year?
did. Oh, no, not the first year.
Not the first year? That's okay.
I still learned a lot.
All right.
That's great.
Kim, I have to tell you that this is the favorite part, my favorite part of your yard.
Oh, really?
The fountain, the peppers, all the beautiful plants you have in here.
Aw,
It's
thank
just
you.
yeah.
Thank
I think it's
you.
just so peaceful.
Now, I love hearing about your garden, how you started for the very first time in your first year. Not as
Not so good.
successful as you
Yeah.
would want. How have things improved over the years, and how have you made that happen?
Well, because of you, I realized that soil and sun orientation were extremely important.
Very important. Yes, very
Basic.
important.
And so I just every year amended the soil with the compost, with organic
Great.
matter, worm castings, the worm tea. That's
great.
So yeah, it is. It has really helped the production. The heat doesn't help, but that's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, like peppers. Peppers are probably the one thing that you can probably be the most successful with
They love
in
the
Florida.
heat.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah.
Well,
Don't
yeah.
push the peppers.
That's right.
Be
Don't push the
patient.
peppers.
I remember that one.
I think there's a video called that, isn't
good.
there? But yeah,
Oh,
Christy,
good.
soil is so important. I'm glad you discovered that early on in your gardening
Journey.
journey, right? And
been
it
a journey.
takes time sometimes. People get discouraged at first
Yeah.
and give up too soon. So hang in there, keep amending your soil with all that good compost and worm castings.
Now, one thing I think probably a lot of people don't know, you went and got your Master Gardener certificate.
Right.
Am I saying that
Oh,
right?
yes.
It was.
Yeah, tell us.
It was because of you guys that I thought I want to learn more, and I
Wow.
looked into different ways that I could do that. And there's a Master Gardener program. There's I think there's one in almost every county of every state.
How
I
cool.
was telling you about.
Yes.
And it was just fascinating. But we've never done that if it wasn't for you guys.
Really?
Yeah, I never would have done that. Yeah.
So proud of you.
Yeah, good
That's
job.
awesome.
How long did that take you?
It was only like a 3-month course.
Wow.
Yeah.
Great.
But there's a lot packed into it. Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
And one reason why I wanted you to be the moderator is because you have so much gardening knowledge and you
Yeah.
learned it so fast.
Yeah.
So you're able to answer people's questions on the live streams and really help people feel comfortable. You have a wonderful personality and people
Thanks.
really enjoy chatting with you before the live streams.
I look forward to it every week, getting in there, because I'm in there an hour before, so I can kind of greet
That's neat.
everybody and then answer before the show questions if I can.
Yes.
But the thing that I look forward to is just like troubleshooting for people around the world.
Yeah.
That just blows my mind.
Yeah,
Like we
it
had
does.
Denmark, India, UK today.
UK, right.
I mean, oh my God, it's so cool.
Yeah.
It's so fascinating.
It is
Yeah.
neat. And
you
we
just-
make friends.
Absolutely. I was
Yeah,
gonna say,
fast friends.
you really become great friends with these people. And my family's had some health problems, and it's I had several people ask me like, "How's your father doing? How's this going?" I mean, it's just really, it
Yes.
tugs at my heart. It really does.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that's the wonderful thing about the gardening community and about the community on the live streams. So if you guys haven't watched the live streams, please join in. We live stream every Monday at noon Pacific time. But it's really about sharing information, but more than that, it's about offering support to each other in our
Exactly.
gardening journeys
Right.
and the ups and the downs of life in the garden and just life in general.
Chrissy, I've read in the comments many times where gardening has just helped people and it's just changed their lives. It's either been really therapeutical for them or it was healing for them. And I know you have some of that in your story as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, why don't you tell us a little bit?
Okay, so when I was 28, I was diagnosed with something called idiopathic intracranial hypertension, which is a big old word for you have high blood pressure in your head, or sometimes you can't shun off the fluid. And so it was, till I was about 40 that it finally was starting to get under control. But what I went through was 5 shunt surgeries, which are neurosurgeries, and brain surgery. They all failed. I got bacterial meningitis 3 times, and then sepsis. So here my family is hearing, like, we don't know if she's going to make it. This is really serious. And it was really hard. It was really hard for my family.
Oh, yeah.
And there's no cure for it. There's no really good medicine for it. I think I had 40 spinal taps.
Oh my
I
God.
stopped, I stopped counting
goodness.
at 40. Let me put it that way. And it would only help for like maybe 24 hours. It takes some of the fluid out, reduces your pressure. But there's really no good cure for it. And it was about 2012 that's when I got a really bad sepsis infection. It was over Thanksgiving, and I had emergency brain surgery, and then my neurosurgeon told me there's nothing more we can do for you. He's like, this is what you're going to have to deal with. But I refused. I
Wow.
refused to take that from a doctor. I thought, I'm going to take control of this. I'm going to do what I can, grow my own food, make it organic, and use food as medicine. And that's what I did. But it was bad. It was bad. And I ended up being for probably maybe 2 years, only going from my bed to the couch and just asking God, just please, if I can, please get me well enough so I can plant a garden. I just wanted to be outside and, get my, fingers in the dirt and sun on my face. And he granted me that. And and then once I started, I just never stopped. And that's when I put your name in to YouTube and started following you. But it was bad. It was bad for a while.
Wow. So you were just in so much pain. All you could do was
the
lay in
symptom
bed?
it causes is debilitating headaches and then
okay.
nausea and vomiting, and because your pressure is so high. And basically you have to sit in a dark room, not any activity, and just try to live your life. And it wasn't a life. It really wasn't. And my poor kids had to live through that. And, you have mommy guilt from that, not being able to be at all the different games and stuff. And I just refused to take no for an answer. And I think everybody should probably have that, Don't ever let a doctor tell you can't do something.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
What an attitude to have.
And so once I started growing my own food and eating organically, my life turned around. It really did. And then, researching what foods help this, and certain ailment, and was just blown away by how you can really heal your body. Now I still have it.
Mm-hmm.
Every day's different. Some days are more challenging than others. Some days I still just lay around, but more days than not I'm out and about and being able to live a quality life. And I just know what my limitations are now and having to abide by them, and just taking each day, one by one.
So let
Sure.
me make sure I understand this. So you're kind of laid up.
Yeah.
You're as you can.
Yeah.
You're on the couch or you're in bed, that kind of thing. Then you decide, I'm typing in gardening. I want to see this, and you start watching our videos and whatnot, and then you start going for it.
Right.
Wow.
Because I was a nurse.
That's
I was
incredible.
a nurse. Had to stop working when I was as a nurse, and that was my passion. For the time I was 7, that's all I wanted to do was be a nurse, and I wanted to be in labor and delivery, and that's what I did. And then that was taken away from me, and I was lost.
Heartbreak.
I was lost for a little bit, and got really depressed because it was just chronic pain every day, and that just kind of really knocks you down after a while. And I thought, I'm going to grow my garden, but I don't know how to grow my garden. I had no idea what to do, and so that's when I typed in just one word, gardening, and you guys came up.
Wow.
And that's kind of when we met.
Yes, that's
Yes.
when we met.
You started commenting on our videos.
Yes, and couldn't believe
But
that
you
you
remember
commented back. That's what I was blown away.
Aw.
I couldn't believe that
I
you
remember.
answered back.
Wow. I do remember.
Because a lot of people don't do that.
Aw.
So
Well, I remember you emailing and sharing a little bit of your story, and I was always so blown away at your attitude.
Aw, thank
Because
you.
you're always like, this isn't going to stop me. I'm going to figure out a way. I'm out in the garden, and you were determined not to let it completely
get me.
drag you down.
Right,
Because you've been in the depths, and now you were coming
Right.
out of the depths,
And I
and
tell
we're
you,
learning and growing.
and you had something on garden therapy. That was your term, garden therapy.
I remember.
And I thought, that's what I need, garden therapy.
Wow.
And so, it was like binge watching your videos, like 8 hours a day,
Garden
And-
therapy in the true sense of the word.
Yes,
huh?
yeah. I think at that point, I don't know how many you have now, but I think at that point maybe you had 600?
Okay.
600?
We
Videos?
have like
Within 2
800
years?
now, so yeah, you watched a lot of them.
So, yeah,
Uh-huh.
more than once.
That's
I was trying to get
wonderful.
your viewing hours up there.
Well, thank you, Christy.
We owe Chrissy for a lot
There
of
you
those views.
So would you say the improved nutrition and just being outdoors is what really helped turn things around for you, or what would you attribute the turnaround in your life to?
I would say initially the nutrition.
Uh-huh.
People don't realize when they buy stuff from the supermarket, you don't know where it's grown, you know what pesticides are on it, you don't know what's in the water that they've watered with it, And so nutrition initially, but it was like a stepping stone. With the better nutrition, then I felt more energetic, and then I could go out, and then I could
okay.
exercise more. And
Once you
know.
started eating your own food
Right.
that you grew.
right,
Your organic
Absolutely.
vegetables. Wow, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
This is an incredible story, and I really, really believe there are a lot of viewers out there who have either gone through this and they know what you're talking about and they feel your pain with you, and they're going through it right now. What do you have to say to that or to those people?
I would say never be afraid to ask for help. Don't be ashamed of your story, because you're right. There's a lot of people that go through medical issues and are afraid to tell people. And I mean, I don't know why. I've tried to be very open with my story because it's such a rare condition that I want more people to know about it. There's no cure because there's no research, because there's no money, that goes into the research fund. So it's been something that has been long and frustrating, but don't be afraid to tell your story and don't be ashamed of it. I mean, because of the illness and the chronic pain, it led to, as I said, like being in bed or on the couch for a very long time, and I got completely depressed. And because I thought there's just no way out of this, and but never give up hope. I think that's what I would say. Never give up hope. Fight till the last minute you can. Do as much research on your own as you can, and like I said, don't be afraid to tell anybody. There are people out there that can help. There are what am I trying to say? Research studies. There are different things. If you go on and just research what your illness is, you can, it usually kind of leads you to one more thing that you can learn about, or maybe a specialist that maybe you didn't know about, that you can give it a try. So, yeah.
And just talking about it probably with
Talking about
someone,
it, yeah.
being a part of a community
Yeah.
like what we have here, or another type of community that is specific to that illness, probably really helps
It did.
lift your spirits.
It is illness is very isolating, very
wow.
isolating. And when you don't feel good, you don't feel like hanging out with your friends anymore, or with your family anymore. I mean, my world went from like this to like this, very quickly. And so you get the blues and depression, after that. And like I said, I couldn't believe that you'd be like right back on the comments, and it was like, oh my gosh, I think I've got this great friend in gardening, and you were so nurturing, and your videos, guys, are so wonderful. So I know that you touch a lot of people out there, and you are helping people every single day. I don't even think you realize the ripple effect that you guys have.
It's very encouraging.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Christy, it's so inspiring for me to hear about all your ups and downs of gardening. And I know a lot of people are inspired too. What would you say to someone who's getting discouraged and feels like quitting, or maybe is not even sure if they want to start?
Never give up. Never give up. And you've applied, these great videos to simple, inexpensive. I forgot your third word.
Quick, simple, and
Thank you.
expensive. Yeah, that's okay. It's all the same.
And you really show people how they can start it. I mean, because I think some people think like I've got to like really invest a lot of money in starting a garden, and you really don't. You really don't.
Yeah.
And if you can just get started and not think of if I failed. Failures are learning experiences. Experiences. Yeah. So if something didn't work, I never got really down. I was just like, okay, well now I know not what to do. So it's a learning experience. So you can't beat yourself up. How about that?
That's
Don't
right.
beat yourself up. Don't give up. And there's an inexpensive way to start gardening.
Yes.
Yeah. And grow what you eat. Some people think like I have to buy all these seeds and I have to grow all this, which I did the first year.
Yeah.
Those seed
all
catalogs.
tend to do
oh
that.
my gosh, those are like Christmas, getting those catalogs.
Yeah.
But yeah, it really is. You can really start it. Just start small. Start easy. Grow what you'll eat. So.
A girl after my own heart. Start small and then you get hooked.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely.
What I was going to say was, I do remember that pressure when I did the fall garden series and I planted things. There is that pressure of like, this better work out right, or else I'm going to get it all wrong and I'm just going to give up. So I was like, don't put that pressure on yourself because something always happens.
Yes.
And then of course, maybe a brand new gardener is like looking at your garden going, oh, because I know I
Yes.
felt like that. Oh, I'll never
Yeah.
have that. Oh yeah, well,
Garden envy.
yeah, garden envy.
Yes.
There you go. There you go.
All you need is one little container
That's exactly
and a pack
right.
of lettuce seeds.
Yeah, you don't even need like a yard or anything because
right.
I'm growing right now on my condo balcony. So
Yeah, you got containers now, huh?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I have
Perfect.
Pelican containers. And I want everybody to know that these two not only changed my life. I'm serious. I don't mean melodramatic, but you almost saved my life.
Oh,
you
Christy.
guys really did. 'Cause I can't even tell you where I would be right now. So, and they are as wonderful.
You're gonna make me cry.
Wonderful as they are. They are wonderful in person as they are on TV or on video.
Thank
So,
you. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming all the way out
Yeah.
here and visiting us at our garden. It has been such a treat to have you here.
My pleasure.
And actually meet you in person.
Yes.
What a joy.
Yes, it's been great. Surreal.
Yes,
Been
very
great.
much so.
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm sitting.
We really appreciate you sharing your story and just being so open. And I know a lot of you
Yes.
out there can probably relate to something that Christy shared, either about her illness, depression, or some type of mental health issue you've been going through. So please let us know in the comments. We'd love to be able to support you as well. And we just love how you're helping us out here on our
Aw,
channel. And
thank
I know
you.
you're
It's
helping
my
a lot
pleasure.
of people too.
My pleasure.
Our pleasure to have you.
Oh, thank you.
Yep, thanks for being here.
Oh, my pleasure.
So thanks so much for watching, guys. We'll see you on the
you on
next
the next
video.
video.
Bye-bye.
Bye.